Hi, everybody. Welcome. We are here with Helena Hart, my dear friend. Hi, Helena. I'm so excited to have you here.
Hey, Chelsea. I'm excited too. I can't wait to dive into this topic today.
Me too. So, for all of you, Helena is a feminine energy coach who helps women attract money and love and basically anything else that they desire. And she is going to be sharing with us today her number one mindset tip for attracting more money into your life. So, I'm so excited to have you share that with us.
Yes, I can't wait to share this with your community and mine as well. Typically when women come to me, they find my videos on YouTube or some of my books or programs. A lot of times they're looking to attract more love in their life, whether that be from their man or attract a new partner or turn some of their patterns around. And I've really found over the years, working with so many women that these concepts really apply in all areas of your life when it comes to attracting more money or growing your business or attracting ideal clients or a great place to live and really anything you're looking to create in your life. So yes, I'm excited to dive into this topic and I can't wait to hear everyone's experiences with this.
Yes, me too. And I love that you said that because it really is all the same thing.
Hmm.
It doesn't matter what you're wanting to create. There's really those core like mindset and energy principles that will enhance your ability to create whatever it is that you're wanting. So I'm so excited for you to share. What would you say is your number one mindset tip for women to attract more money into their lives and into their businesses?
Yeah, I'm a huge fan of feminine energy and law of attraction, as you know, and how these two things really work together to kind of supercharge this manifestation process. So what I've really found, well, let me start with like the mistake or the challenge or struggle I see a lot of women or actually anybody facing. They want something, right? They want to attract more money. They want to grow their business. They want to attract an amazing partner or bring their man closer. They want it, which is an amazing thing, and then immediately they notice the absence of it. Like they take score of where they are right now and they just notice it's not there. I want more money, but look at my bank account, it's not there, right? So
Yes.
kind of the number one mindset for attracting more money or some of these other things is knowing that it's there, that if you have a desire for this thing, whatever it is, knowing that it exists. Sometimes it exists in a vibrational sense if you're looking for to create something like a new business or go on an amazing trip around the world. Immediately it's there, it's done. Your life experience has caused you to want it, and so it's there waiting for you. Sometimes it's there in a real physical sense too, like the money you want exists, it's out there circulating in the world right now, right? Or the soulmate or the partner of your dreams exists. They're not going to pass through some membrane from another reality or dimension. They're walking around on this planet right now. So believing it exists, believing that it's possible, even if it's just there waiting for you in a vibrational sense, and then tuning yourself to the frequency of it, matching the vibration of that desire, matching your energy to the frequency of that desire in order to allow it in. So working hard and going out and trying to get it is kind of like a masculine energy quality. Knowing it's done, trusting that it's coming, leaning back and allowing it in is a very feminine energy quality. So hopefully you can feel the difference there.
Totally. I love that. And I know that my audience loves the feminine energy stuff.
Oh, good.
Around attracting money. So I'm glad that you gave that example because I know a lot of the women watching don't want to go out and hustle and like be in that kind of hunter vibe
Mhm.
of reaching and searching for what they want. Who wants that? Now that we know that that's not the only way, why would you like succumb to that? So I love what you're sharing. And I know that personally for me in the beginning of my business, I totally fell prey to that dynamic of constantly looking at where I wasn't where I wanted to be. I didn't even
Mhm.
realize that that was completely shutting down my ability to attract what I wanted, but everyone does that. There's Nala making
Oh,
her
such a
real
cutie.
appearance. So I'm so happy that you brought that up.
Yeah, one kind of mistake I see a lot, and I don't want to use the word mistake like you're doing something wrong because you're not doing anything wrong, but just these little shifts in this direction can get you the biggest, most dramatic results and fast results too, right? So sometimes we feel misaligned. We notice that where we are is not where we want to be, and so rather than tending to our own energy and starting at the foundation, we kind of jump in the middle and try to make up the difference with action. Again, very masculine energy thing. And Sometimes it works, right? And sometimes it's not that dramatic. And sometimes you might get short-term results with that, but it never, in my opinion, my experience, gets you those permanent results. You have to start at the foundation and the basis of that. We should probably do a whole series of videos on this. I just, a million ideas are popping into my head right now. Start at the
Yes.
foundation and draw what you want to you rather than jumping in the middle, trying to force yourself to where you want to be with action. I don't know about you, but in my experience, it causes a lot of burnout and frustration, especially as women, because we're the feminine energy receiving kind of partners or forces of nature, in my opinion, right?
Yes. Oh my gosh. Like you're preaching to the choir right now. Because, and I love how you just so simply and clearly explained that dynamic. And really sadly, that's the way that we've been shown is how you create success
Hmm.
in such a dominantly masculine society. And I love that you're really encouraging women to embrace their, their true essence. If they identify with the feminine energy, to embrace that and know that that's what's going to create the sustainable success they want. And so I'm obsessed with everything you're saying, and I deeply believe in it. And I'd love to ask you, like, what are some tangible practices? Like when you say going back to the foundation and aligning your
Hmm.
energy first, um, what are some of the ways that you love to do that or would suggest women do that?
Yeah. Oh, such a great question. I would love to do a whole training around this with you. I know we've been talking about that for those of you watching in Chelsea's community or in mine. Let us know if this would be of interest to you because there's a lot of things you can do to start to shift. Just to maybe give one quick tool, I would say start with a really good feeling word or idea and allow it to gain momentum rather than trying to force yourself. It's the difference between, let's say, you work with female entrepreneurs, right? Sitting down and trying to force yourself to write a book or make a video or do anything, write a newsletter or something, versus aligning back with yourself. Maybe that looks like staying off the subject. Go make yourself feel good in some other way, and then let that inspiration gather momentum and kind of let the thing write itself through you.
Oh,
You're like receiving the script rather than trying to force yourself to write it. I'm just speaking from experience. Anytime I try and sit down and do a video and I'm not feeling inspired, it's like a complete waste of time. I could spend 3 hours sitting in front of my computer and not doing anything versus those moments when I feel inspired, I can sit down and do like 15 in a row. So it's
yeah.
such a difference. It's like using the leverage of that energy. So to answer your question, this is like a long-winded answer. How do you do that? Start Basically, you want to align back with yourself and then follow your impulses. So I would think I was mentioning, start with a really good feeling idea or word. Like, why do you want this? Why do you want this money in your bank account? Everyone watching can let us know in the comments. What would it feel like to have it? And you want to basically get into the habit of imagining yourself being the receiver of what you want before jumping into action and trying to make it happen. Just allow yourself to be the receiver of what you want. Feel how now that good feeling thought starting to gain momentum, and you want to start to imagine it so often that it's hard for you to imagine otherwise. Does that make
Ooh,
sense? Right? Yes.
and I love
Okay.
that. You're like tricking your subconscious mind in a way.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah. So you're almost kind of like one foot in reality, so to speak, what's already been manifested, right? Which, in my opinion, is like old news. It doesn't matter. That's the result of a vibration you've had. It doesn't have anything to do with where you can be a week from now or 6 months from now, right? So you're always starting fresh. Imagine yourself being the receiver of what you want. So now you've gained a little more momentum, right? And you'll start to attract thoughts and feelings and experiences on that level, right? And then maybe an idea occurs to you and you follow that impulse. Maybe you have an idea to call up a friend, like you called me up the other day and said, hey, maybe we could collaborate, right? And I was so excited about that. I was like right there I was in the vicinity of that. That felt so much fun to me. And then things start to move. Now momentum's starting to gather, but you're doing it from a place where you're kind of leveraging your own energy, not trying to force it or make up the difference. Through action, if that makes sense.
That is gold, and it's absolutely what I teach too. And so I love hearing it in your words and your languaging, and it's
Mhm.
just so genius. um, and it reminds me of something that I share a lot with my women, which is I call it the pleasure path to success, where when you get yourself into a state of pleasure, it sounds like exactly what you're talking about, where you're putting yourself into a higher frequency. So
Mhm.
being in the energy of of imagining what it would be like to receive the money you're wanting is a pleasurable feeling,
Mhm.
right? And even if you get into a state of pleasure in a different way, it doesn't really matter how you do it, but that automatically raises your frequency and your vibration. And what I like to describe is like when you're at a higher frequency, now you can access the information at that frequency to sustain you at that frequency. So like the how shows up for you once you put yourself into the frequency where the how exists. Like the inspired hits of what, like how to take action can only come to you, like what you're saying, when you put yourself into that higher frequency. And so I love that so, so much. I love the way, is
That
that,
is beautiful. Yeah, I just my newest program that I did with Leah Lake, who I know you're familiar with, and everybody loves Leah, is called Connect with His Heart, and we're using some of these principles when it comes to love and relationships. We have a pleasure paradigm versus a fear paradigm, right? Yeah,
yeah.
isn't that amazing? So are you coming from a pleasure paradigm? Are you connected to your true self and just knowing that things are always working in your favor? Or are you coming from a fear-based paradigm where you're constantly trying to avoid loss or pain in some way and going through life trying to safeguard yourself against all these bad things that might happen, therefore putting energy and breathing life into that and attracting it? So much to say on that topic. But yeah, I totally agree. I love everything you said there.
Amazing. I love this too so much. And I know between the two of us, we could like record many, many hours of
Yeah.
content. But I'm wondering, do you have anything else that you want to add to that, or any other tips you'd like
Oh
to share?
gosh, I have so many. I would love to do more videos on this too. Obviously, let us know what you guys think too. If you have requests for any more videos around some of these topics, just to be easy with yourself. Just know that you're never going to be done with this. You're never going to get to a place where you're like, I'm done. I have everything you want. This new concept, right? This new concept I'm kind of working with is like, once something you want has been manifested, its ability to draw life force through you is like immediately diminished, right? So, I once had these dreams to be a relationship coach and help women around the world. And like, you start working towards that, momentum's gathered, then you get it. Now you want something else. And now you want something else. Same with relationships, same with everything. You're always going to be at a place where you want more than what you have right now. And that is life. That's expansion. That's the expansion of your soul or the universe or any, yourself, whatever you want to call it here. So all of that is to say, don't beat up on yourself for where you are right now, because you're always going to be at a place where you want more than what you have. And that's a great thing. So feeling good about your desires. I know you talk about when your desire feels thrilling to you, then it's versus if it feels like dreadful and impossible. You're coming from a very different like vibrational stance, right? So just be easy with yourself, feel good about these desires, and just know they're coming. Know that you're always going to be reaching for more, and that's a great thing, basically. That's probably what I would leave everyone with.
I love that so much. And that goes back to the very first thing you said about not obsessing about the fact that what you want isn't here yet.
Yeah.
There's always going to be that next thing that isn't here yet. So you might as well get cozy with that experience and just go with the flow with that. And
Totally.
that's part of life, and that's beautiful. And
yeah, that one more thing I want to add, that you just every time you say something, I want to say more, because I love all the ideas you're throwing out there. Everyone can write this down. The absence of what I want is a temporary condition, right? That's a temporary condition. Just underline that. So it's no big deal, right? Where I'm at right now is no big deal. We don't think of these things as temporary conditions. We think, oh my gosh, I'm always struggling with money. I'm never going to attract the love that I want, or I'm never going to meet my soulmate. The absence of what you want is no big deal. It's a temporary condition. And in the releasing of the angst and resistance around where you are right now, you're actually putting yourself on the path of least resistance to attracting what you want. So I guess that would be my final words of wisdom there. Hopefully that helps somebody out.
Oh my gosh, I know that it will. Thank you so much for everything that you shared. You are a genius.
You're so sweet.
It's been an honor to connect with you and just to have you share all this amazing wisdom.
Yeah.
Women. So thank you so much.
You're so welcome. I did, if that's okay, I wanted to offer a free gift for your community. Yeah. This is right in line with what you're talking about. And for anyone watching this, if you're watching this on my YouTube channel, I'll include a link in the description. I have a tool from my Feminine Art of Attraction program, another one I did with Leah Lake. I've done so many programs with Leah. We love working together. So that program is about tapping into your feminine energy to attract the love and money you want. We focus on love and money in that program, but it's really for attracting anything. And it's called the Conscious Creation Tool. It's a PDF, and it's a short audio that I recorded, one of the tools from the first module of that program. So I'll include a link. You don't have to put your email address in or anything. I just wanted to make that available to everyone, totally free. And you're welcome. For anyone looking, I also have my 3 keys to attract the man you want report and audio training for free on my website. I'll include a link to that too. For people looking to apply these concepts to their love life, because who doesn't want to improve their love life in some way, right?
Yeah, might as well have the money and the love.
Yeah.
Choose between the two.
Yes.
That's amazing. Thank you so much for sharing that.
You're welcome. This was so much fun. Hope to do it again soon. And for everyone watching, let us know what you think down below in the comments. We love hearing from you, and we would love to make some more videos around this topic. Obviously, one of my favorite things to talk about, as you know, Chelsea. So this was so much fun. And yeah, thank you for inviting me on.
Thank you for being here. Okay, you guys, we'll see you soon.
Bye.